right, welcome back to Waste Some Time with Jason Green. I am Jason Green. It's Monday, and Monday is fun day. Maybe not, I don't know. But I'm here all by myself. Wednesday 13 is in rehearsals for his upcoming tour. Sean Clark is getting ready. He's always on the road doing the conventions and things like that. So it's just me today. We're going to have an interesting chat because I had an interesting weekend. I've stopped doing these recaps of my trips. I figured it's boring. But maybe this time there were some things you were interested in. And if you follow me on Instagram, and if you don't, you should, JSIN_Green, no E at the end of Green, you would see that I was on the flight from hell. And Blas Elias and I had to swoop into action to try to make sure that the flight was safe for everyone. And it was a long day. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to tell you about Vixen Ace Frehley, Stephen Pearcy, so much more. Right after All right, now I'm going to talk a little bit. We call that a monologue in the business. And if you have something really important or pertinent to say and you want to stop the clock, well, then you should go to the super chat option. That is the way to do that. Go to the super chat option, and I will stop everything, and I will address the important matter, okay? So it's like a pulled emergency brake. Otherwise, we're going to just chat for a little while. There are so many people who are new to this channel. Every episode we do, there's a few more people and a lot of new subscribers. When I started this show, it was a lot of my friends who were in the hard rock and heavy metal business. And then I really wanted to do a show about pop culture. I wanted this channel to be about some of the things that are on my shelves behind me and some of the pop culture. And that started to happen. And now the television niche, because I was such a fan of classic television. I was raised with the TV for a babysitter, like most people, only children in the 70s and 80s. And so this channel has really kind of changed direction. Now I'm still keeping everything that you guys like. If you've been a subscriber or a channel member for a long time, you're familiar with my tour diaries when I'm on the road, My Life on the Road, that series, which is about me tour managing Stephen Pearcy across the greater United States. And there's that. Then there's also still interviews, not as many as there used to be, but there will be interviews on this channel. And then I started doing TV filming locations because it was something that I thought was fun. And I thought maybe you would think it's fun. Well, it's taken off. Sanford and Son video is at almost 750,000 views. So it's crazy. And now my video of Joyce DeWitt of Three's Company opening packs of 1978 sealed cards. Here's one right here. Look at that. Sealed since 1978. That video of Joyce DeWitt opening those, that one is just at about 200,000, which is great because the advertising brings in the means to keep this going. The subscriptions, people want to see numbers. They want to know your numbers before they get involved. And that leads to being able to do a better quality entertainment. And that's what I'm looking to do, looking to step this up. Now, before I go too far and tell you about my weekend, let's talk about gifts, because people ask me occasionally for my P.O. box, and I give it to them. And so one of the cool things is that people send gifts, and I love it because I'm surprised every time. And this time, Sean Brown, if you guys watch the channel, you know Sean Brown. Sean Brown is sort of, he might as well be the executive producer. If it wasn't for him, I'm not sure how much longer I would want to sit here and do this. But anyway, Sean Brown decided to act upon the Sanford and Son niche, which I am a huge fan of, and he got me this very cool Sanford and Son Red Fox TV guide. I am collecting some TV guides. Funny, my uncle had a magazine business and he sold TV guides. Here I am getting TV guides. I like ones that I can get signed. Most of my memorabilia are signed. I haven't exactly figured out what this is. It looks like a paperback novel. Beautiful baby, beautiful. Soul laughter straight from the smash show, Sanford and Son, and it's compiled by Alan and Dick. Anyway, should we open it? Maybe we should open it. I mean, it's sealed. I don't know. It's been shrink wrapped. I'll think about it. You guys don't want to sit here and watch. And then he got me this beautiful limited edition poster featuring some of my favorite cast members. That's Lamont, Fred, maybe my favorite right there, Shady Grady Wilson, Aunt Esther, you fish-eyed fool, and of course, Rollo. Anyway, this is very cool, and it's numbered. I don't know where the numbered is, but it was. I know I saw it somewhere. In fact, it's numbered on the back. This is number 16 out of 200. I will put it into my a collection, and it didn't stop there. I mean, every day it's like Christmas. Thank you, Sean, if you're watching. And this is my brand new Sanford and Son salvage T-shirt, which I will be wearing and putting to good use. And then, of course, no collection is complete without the Sanford and Son truck, the 1952 Ford F1. I'll tell you something interesting about this truck. They show the location right there, right? All right, there's the junkyard. Then they show a building next to it. If you watched my episode, or just even watched the credits of Sanford and Son, between these two buildings is the alley that this truck goes into. Anyway, a little correctional, correct for me. This is the big one. You hear that, Elizabeth? I'm coming to join you, honey, right there. So very cool. We have our first super chat of the night, which means I must address it immediately. This is a super chat to thank the great Sean Brown for keeping this thing going. From Deadhead Dave. Deadhead Dave, thank you so much. And hopefully, Sean, you're here to get the props that you deserve. Speaking of props, I'm always in the lookout for some fun stuff. As you get older, you want to reminisce more about the past because the past is usually better. Although I think I hope to have a good present as well. But speaking of presents, I bought myself the Creature from the Black Lagoon, a slot machine. That's a piece of a glass slot machine, and it lights up. It's in a frame and it has lights. But that, for all these years, was on a slot machine. I played the slot machine here in Vegas, and I had to have it. And now it's mine. And it looks good back there. I got to find a better spot for it. Going to get to everybody else and your questions and your comments in just a minute. How could I forget? Sean Brown didn't stop there. He got me the official Sanford and Son mug. How about that? And speaking of mugs, for those of you who are collectors, waste some time with Jason Green memorabilia. Coming very soon to my Shopify store, the debut of the longly awaited, much anticipated, often imitated but never duplicated, Waste Some Time with Jason Green mug. You can drink whatever you want out of here. Some of you winos might want to put a little wine in there, a little beer, a little champagne and a little ripple, mix it together. You have champipple. I am not of the alcoholic persuasion, but you can put High C, you could put Gatorade, you could put Shasta, you could put a Rolling Thunder, or any of these big, or you could put RC Cola, whatever you drink. It'll look so nice, and you'll waste some time with Jason Green a mug. These are going to be very limited edition, but when they arrive, you're going to want to get it. Hold on while I have a sip. By the way, everything tastes better in a Jason Green mug. All right, thank you. I'm cleansing my palate in between stories. So we had an interesting trip. We went to Paso Robles, California, which presently is the hometown of Stephen Pearcy and his lovely fiancée, Christy Adair. And so that's where they make their residents. And so we came in to play the Mid-State California Fair. And it was interesting. It was fun. I've never been to Paso Robles, California before. California's a big state, if you didn't know. And so we flew in on probably a Wednesday. I think it was Wednesday. I can't remember. The show was on a Thursday. Does that sound right? I think that sounds right. And then so we got in early enough to sort of frolic. We had a long day. Johnny Monaco, lead guitar, and Blas Elias, lead drums. We, formerly of Slaughter, we went to LAX, and then from LAX we flew to San Luis Obispo, where we rented vehicles, and we met up with at LAX. We met up with Eric, who plays guitar with Stephen, and also Matt Thorne, who plays bass, and we all commuted together out there. At LAX, we went to the lounge. We were going to the lounge and VIP lounge, and as we were walking, looking for it. LAX is massive. One of the absolute worst airports you could ever go to, and one of the absolute worst places you could ever go to. But as we were walking, Blas asked the woman, "How far is it to the Centurion Lounge?" And she went, "Woo-wee!" And that's never a good reaction. When I had my blood tested for diabetes, the nurse had a similar reaction. She also went, "Oh my God!" So anyway, we walked miles and miles and miles. They had good food in the LX Centurion Lounge. For those of you not familiar with lounges, you get yourself a credit card, or you find someone who has a credit card, and then you pay a ton of money, and then you get to eat shitty food for free. I think I described that pretty well. And they in these lounges, the choices are awfully odd or foo-foo. To me, if you're catering, you want to have a little bit of chicken and a little bit of beef. Or you have a little beef and a little bit of chicken. And maybe for some of the finicky types, maybe a little bit of fish. Have a fish option. I don't eat fish, but for people who do, maybe if you're a pescatarian, that's for you. And then you got to have an item for the vegans or vegetarians. You got to have some for everyone. Now, when I was there, they had a Yankee pot roast for the meat eaters, but they had a wonderful eggplant Parmesan. Wonderful. That's something like your grandmother would say, right? Oh, it's wonderful. Oh, I had a beautiful piece of brisket. Fantastic. And things like that. So anyway, we that's the lounge experience, and there's some veggies. You can, if you're a drunk, it's good because you can drink alcohol for free. It's really made for drunks. So you just run up your credit card bill. Anyway, we did that. We arrived in Paso Robles. We were warned that the hotel we were staying at was haunted. It's called the Paso Robles Inn. You could read about it. There's a tour diary coming soon. By soon, I mean in the next 2 years, that will show the trip. I did investigate the paranormal. I don't want to give away my activities, but there were some noises. I also ran into, we all ran into, as we're checking in, there was a guy in the parking lot fixing bicycles, putting them together. And he said, "You guys in a band?" Because I'm a world-renowned guitar player. And I said, I didn't answer him because I don't talk to strangers. But Blas said, "Oh, yeah, I'm so-and-so." And he said, "I'm Kurt James." And Johnny Monaco was like walking ahead, and he dropped his guitars. He went, "Did he say he's Kurt James?" And it turns out Kurt James was in the band Steeler, the original lineup. Before Yngwie, after Yngwie, maybe right after Yngwie. And then he was also in Alcatraz, another band. So he was in some shreddy bands. Anyway, Johnny was a fan of his work, and when Johnny went to GIT, he said, "I recorded this guy playing in a jam room. He sounded so good." Anyway, Johnny and him really hit it off, and Kurt decided to stay and come to the show. And I think Johnny and Kurt are going to have a band. Monaco James Monaco, Cacophony 2, whatever it is. I think there's some shredding in the head ahead for them. So it's nice when you get into the gig early enough to rest. And I'm going to give Christy all the credit in the world because she put this together for us to stay at these incredible hotels, rooms. I had a fireplace. I had my fireplace going. People thought I was crazy. It was 55 degrees at night. Beautiful. Gigantic bed, a beautiful bathroom, big sunken tub that I never sunk. I mean, just what a great what a great stay. And we had a nice night. Johnny Bloss and I went to a Mexican restaurant, and we experimented with all the foods of the locals. And anyway, the next day we got up, and I don't think sound check was even that bad. Maybe it was noon or so. It was nice when it's like that. And we went to and they weren't ready. The usual thing in this business, they weren't ready. So we had 2 hours to kill. We went back to the hotel, and everyone was having a good time sitting in there on the lounge. There was a lounge, and we were just sitting back enjoying the weather with the local folk. And then we went back to the fair and did a sound check. And I can't remember what we did for dinner that night, but I'm sure it was fantastic. And I don't know. Oh, no, I know what we did. At lunch, they gave us coupons, fair coupons, where we can go eat. And we went to a restaurant called Grillin' and Chillin'. And I said, maybe it'd be nice if you could take care of us for dinner too. And they did. They gave us dinner. So after the show, we went back to Grillin' and Chillin'. We grilled and chilled more than the average person. And so so that was the day. Great show. Everyone was playing really well, on fire. Good set, good crowd of people there to rock. And we had to go back to the hotels and get up early to fly to Pennsylvania. This is the tough part of this business. There's no easy way to Paso Robles. That I had to fly from Vegas to LAX to Paso Robles. It's a little crazy with a long layover. And then the next day, we all had to fly to Pittsburgh, and that's a bit of a flight. And then when we all got to Pittsburgh, well, you had to connect. We didn't go directly to Pittsburgh. We stopped. Where could we have stopped? If only someone knew where we stopped. We stopped somewhere. I don't remember anything about it. But then we went to, maybe it was Phoenix. I feel like it was Phoenix. And then from Phoenix, we went to Pittsburgh. And when we got into Pittsburgh, had to rent vehicles. It's always a problem. They never have the right vehicles. They never have the right size. Always a problem. If you're going to get into tour managing, which I don't recommend, that's one of the nightmares. So then we drove 2.5 hours to Clear Field. Sometimes I call it Clear View, Clear Lake. Clearfield. We drove there and we checked into our hotel, and then that sound check the next day was 9 a.m. They were a little closer, and we had a show that was Vixen and Ace Frehley. So the headliner sound checks first, and then you work backwards. So Stephen Pearcy band, Ace, and then Vixen. And I've been hard on Ace Frehley in the past. I saw some shows that I just did not think were great. And I'm an Ace fan, just to make it clear. I'm a fan. I root for Ace. But there was a few shows that I was just like, I think it's time for Ace to call it a day. But I ran into his guitar player, whose name is Jeremy. And I forgot that he is also a type 1 diabetic. I noticed that after the picture when I saw that he wears the mark of the diabetic. He wears a different one than me, but he does wear one. Anyway, he was a nice guy. We were talking, and I said, is Ace going to play Detroit Rock City and Key tonight? Maybe I'm a jerk to bring that up, but I'm a jerk in general. This whole show is about being a jerk. So if you're offended, sorry. Anyway, he said, we'll find out. And he said, I'm going to look for you. And I was recording it, and Ace nailed it. And he was excited, Jeremy, and he threw me a pick. And I'm going to tell you right now, the Ace is back, and I told you so. Hold on. Super chat. This is why we have a show. Let's be honest. This is keeping us in business. Keep my lights on. Michael Brown, thank you so much. Hello from Dallas. I'm trying to get to Dallas, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to fit it in. My life is insane. There's a convention in Dallas. Filmed at it's going to take place at the ranch where they filmed Dallas. Michael, maybe you and I will meet up there. Thank you for the super chat. Anyway, so Ace was good. And look, talk about you want to have bands that play on the same bill who also get a crowd response, have fans. Nobody has more fans than Kiss fans, right? And he played it. He opened with Deuce, and he played Rocket Ride and Rock Soldiers and maybe Parasite and closed the Rock and Roll Night. And it was, I think he played Cold Gin. He had to cut a couple songs because he had a little bit of heat exhaustion. And it was hot and humid out there. And so after the show, he left. But I hope that this is the beginning of things to come with Ace. I mean, playing good shows, not getting heat exhaustion. Vixen is always great. I know that on the show I'm critical of bands that don't have the original members. I know damn well that Vixen only has the original drummer, but they do a very good job with their new lineup. And they've all been on the show except Roxy. Rose has been on the show, Britt Lightning, and Julia Lagie. And they're all just great people, and you look forward to seeing them. And Tyson Leslie is the only male. He's the keyboard player. And it was a good bill. And people were having fun. And I met so many of you who were just so kind. It makes it nice, when I go out and people want to talk or take a picture. It's great. It makes me feel like, I'm sitting here alone in the house. When I'm out there and I meet people, I know that this show is working. And I do hear constantly people tell me that it got them through some times. And it means a lot to me because I know I had a lot of times I wish I had someone entertain me, and I did. It was Howard Stern. But all right, let's see. Sean Brown is here. There he is, the man, Sean Brown. We just perused the Sean Brown gifts. Hello, Jason. I'm not a big Slayer fan, but Gary Holt recently said during an interview that he has to sell T-shirts from his closet to make money. Do you think the financial issues related to touring will ever eventually improve, and what can be done? Well, Sean always has good questions. Gary Holt was in Exodus. Maybe he replaced Jeff Hanneman in Slayer. I'm not an expert, so if someone in the comments wants to tell me, they can. Live music is a dying thing. Vegas used to have a live band on every corner. Nashville still does, but it's mostly country music, which I can tell you at the fair, I've never seen so many country fans. There was someone playing, John Party, and he was the party. I mean, by the way, a lot of beautiful women are fans of country music. I'll tell you that. I never seen so much hot cow folk. Sorry, I got distracted. But it's music's in a tough place. It's a tough place to make a living, and you got to have every angle covered. If you're a successful band, you better be selling things, better be doing meet and greets, shaking hands, kissing babies, or kissing babies and shaking babies and kissing hands. I'm not really sure. But anyway, it's tough out there. I wish him luck. But yeah, I mean, if you didn't write a big hit, you might not have saved your money. It's going to be tough, and it's going to get worse. First of all, the economy is terrible. I know a lot of people expected it to magically get better. I understand, but for some reason, the economy is terrible. It's a hard time, and people don't have money to go out. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me have a drink while you think about that in the list. Anyway, so I don't know. I wish all the musicians the best of luck. And Sean, thank you for the question. Sean, I hope you were watching at the beginning and you saw the unboxing, if you will, of your gifts. Now, I'm going to keep talking, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to read every single one of your 10,000 questions, starting with channel members first. Anyway, so we were at this festival. It was another great show. And it was just an energy. Stephen's got a great set list. Stephen's been singing really great. The band was great. Look, I've seen it now, 100 times in the last few years, more than that. And it was fun to watch because everyone was really firing on all cylinders, to use a cliche. So anyway, it was a good time. Next day, we got back to our hotel pretty early, and which was nice. And when you have a nice room and a nice big bed, you want to enjoy it. And I did. I enjoyed it. And then the next day, we got up pretty early, but not terrible. Actually, 11 o'clock. It's not bad. And we began our day. We flew on a very small plane, one of the smaller planes I've been on. I've been on private jets, but this was small. And Bloss and I were sitting together in the back, and Matt Thorne told a hysterical story that's I'm going to use it in the tour diary, but about how he once consumed a bit of an edible cookie, and he didn't think he had enough, so he took some more. And then he believed that there was arsenic in his water in Burbank, and that him and his dogs may perish. This is a long time ago, by the way. And he began to write a note. If you find this note, it's too late note. And we were laughing. But on the plane, it was making noise. I said, Matt, maybe you should start drafting one of those notes for all of us in case they find us. And so anyway, we took that flight. We had a rush to get a connecting flight. We barely got on the flight. You know, when the flight is full, they offer you money not to get on the plane. We had an offer. Excuse me, getting comfortable. And we probably should have took it because the plane we got on was rough. A lot of people like to say bad things about Southwest Airlines. It's the hip thing to do. Everyone likes to be trendy. Oh, it's like a Greyhound bus. Oh, it's like sardines. Oh, you can't fit this. You can't do that. I've been on every airline. I've seen a million faces and I've rocked them all. And I will tell you that the bigger the airline name, the shittier the service. Delta, don't expect luggage to arrive, to quote Carrot Top. Delta's not completely awful. American, awful. Unless you have $1 million in your first class and you're getting filleted, awful. And United, pretty shitty. They all are ripping you off on baggage charges. Everything about the airline industry is a scam. And yet this country bails the airline industry out every few years. And then they get effed again. Airlines are such a joke. Southwest, I am actually royalty on Southwest. I have the double super elite secret preferred status. I can bring free companions. I could do it all. But unfortunately for this trip, Southwest didn't go to these places. And listen, I deal with musicians. They complain all the time. That's what musicians do. And then they play music. But first they complain. And what about this? What about that? Southwest is more affordable. Even with the charging for the bags, they're still more affordable. Now, next year, they're going to go to assigned seating. Who knows? It's not going to affect me because I am the king of Southwest. My friend Omar is also a pilot. Shout out to Omar. We ran into each other at the Knoxville convention. You should watch that video. It's on YouTube now. The YouTube, as the kids call it. Anyway, this damn American Airlines plane, me and Bloss. So Bloss is on the left aisle. I'm on the right aisle. There's a pretty attractive young lady in the middle. And then on the right is another semi-attractive young lady named Johnny Monaco. So we're all sitting there, and Johnny likes the window. I would lose my mind. I would have the anxiety attack of all anxiety attacks. I would lose it. Being stuck in there and having other people decide when I can get up. No. But Johnny seemed to handle it. Anyway, I went to sleep. I fell asleep. I'm sitting there asleep. And then Bloss wakes me up and he says, "Did you hear that?" And I go, "What?" And he says, "We got to go back. We're on the runway. We got to go back to the gate." And I go, "Well, for what?" He says, "There's some kind of problem with the brakes." I said, "Son of a bitch! It wouldn't call Meineke. This doesn't make sense. These are the brakes." So I was really bummed. And we get there and they say it's a problem with the accumulator. Who knows? So we wait. They say they're going to fix it. Me and Bloss are now looking at flights on Southwest because we wanted to get that. We wanted to go home. You don't want to sit on a plane any longer. And they go, "Okay, we tried it. Everything's going to be okay." They do the security lecture again. They got to, every time the door opens or closes, you got to learn how to use the seatbelt. You don't know how to use the seatbelt by this point, you're probably not the sharpest. So we get back out onto the runway. We're about to take off, and the pilot says, "No, it's not fixed. We got to go back." This is when me and Bloss spring into action. We need to figure out what's going to happen. They're going to screw us. And now Pete Buttigieg and Bernie Sanders and a few other of your politicians and your senators, they have fought so that they can no longer keep the plane out on the runway and screw you, because they used to just keep you out there all day. But the rules aren't even good enough. After 3 hours, they have to let you off. You're supposed to get a little kickback. They can't lie to you. They got to give you some cash even. After 2 hours, they got to pay for your food and water and beverage. Anyway, it was right under 2 hours. So they know how to screw you. Airlines are out to get you. And so me and Blas decided to take matters in our hand. We go up front. Well, first I go to the back. I ask the flight attendants. And I go, what's going on? What is the deal with airline food? And so I was like, is this plane really going to take off after 2 attempts at the brakes? She said, maybe ask the gate agent. We went up to the gate agent, and there's only a C word that comes to mind. She came on the plane, but she didn't want to be recorded. I was trying to make a TV episode here of my life on the road. She didn't want a part of it. And then later they told me, you can't film the crew. That's not legal law. That's a company policy, because they fuck up and they don't want you to put it on YouTube for everyone to laugh at how fucked up they are. Sorry, that's the how it is. You know what I mean? Did I turn on the monetization? I hope I did. Let me make sure. Oh, yes, I did. But the pilots were great. And so Blas asked the pilot, do you really need the accumulator? Is that your first, or is that a backup? He said, well, that's the backup, which made us feel a little better. And he said, well, they're going to work on it. And I said, you think we should get off this plane? He said, it's 95 degrees in the cockpit right now. We can't be in there. And we're hoping that the plane doesn't start to get too warm. And that's when me and Blas were thinking, do we just get off? Blas wanted to run the Rocky steps, much like I do. He would run them faster. But, and we were thinking we'll do that. We'll have a Philly cheesesteak. Johnny had no involvement. He was just trapped because he's on the inside of the window seat. So we decided to press our luck and give the accumulator repair one more chance. The guys who repaired came in. They also loved Blas and I. I was going to tell them the Blas was the hunk of the month, but it didn't seem like I needed it. I saved that for important times, like trying to get a dinner reservation. So they go back to your seats. We go back to our seats. I asked the mechanics, did you guys try a little WD-40? They laughed. They were having a good time. And then as Blas was talking about whether or not we need these things, I wanted to ask if you ever seen a creature on the wing, but I refrained. But we were me and Blas were making some laughs. And because we were up and about all over the plane, it took a little relief off sitting in the plane, because we knew that if this plane takes off, it's going to be another 4.5 hours of this shit. And so they work on it again. They go out to the runway, and this time we take off. But then you look at your phone, and it says, 4.5 hours. Sitting in these uncomfortable seats towards the back of the plane. And for those of you who fly, you know that other people on the planes are the worst people in the world. Absolutely worst people are all flying. They're disgusting. Guy 2 rows up on the left of me was picking his nose as if he was digging for who knows what. Certainly not Medicaid. But he was digging and picking and digging and picking. Finally, I caught him. And he looked back, and I kind of gave him the old, and he was embarrassed that he was picking his nose. The girl between Johnny and I, who was attractive, she had a hat on, and her hair, kind of like she was in the ring. Other people let us know she was attractive, and I could tell she was, but I didn't really get a good look at her. She never once reacted to any of this free humor I was giving her. I mean, I'm sitting here collecting tips for telling these stories, but she didn't get it. And then when we realized 4.5 hours, we said, we better eat something. And they're bringing food through the plane. They charge you for that. Back when I was a boy on American Airlines or Pan Am or TWA, they would bring you free food. Not anymore. But anyway, I went to the back of the plane because I was close. And I asked the woman, well, what do you got? I got to eat something. Take my back pills. And she said, all we have is the steak sandwich. It's a steak sandwich with pimento cheese, comes with side salad with a light vinaigrette, and then a chocolate ball, a gourmet bowls of chocolate. And so I went back and I said, I'll take it. I'm not a cheapskate. I didn't care. I just said, I'll take it. And I guess the menu said $16, whatever. Blas asked her, how much is this going to run me? Because I said, boss, you better get in on this. It's the last steak sandwich they got. $7. They gave us a discount. They gave, because me and Bloss were so entertaining, handsome, and charismatic, they gave us each a steak sandwich for $7. How about that? Let me have a sip while you put that in your pipe and smoke it. You guys going to order these Jason Green mugs? I hope so, because I got 7,000 on the way. I don't want to have to live in a house of mugs. Anyway, it was hell. We finally got home. Oh, but the girl next to me, she did a weird move. When she was coming to sit down, whenever I see someone coming for the middle seat, I'll go, oh, shit. I profile them. If they're a big fatso, you don't want that. And listen, I'm not fat shaming. I put on a little weight myself, if I must admit it. But anyway, she was thin, attractive. I welcomed her with open arms. And it wasn't like Southwest where we had another choice. You get who bought the ticket. So she sits down, and before she sits down, the armrest's up. I go, oh, my God, how inappropriate would it be for me to sit with a young lady? I'm a married man. So I push down the thing. She sits down. And then when me and Blas got up to, take charge, if you will, I noticed she put it back up. I noticed it after I was sitting there, and I go, well, wait a second. We're essentially in a love seat, and I'm thinking this is going to be just like I saw in the movies, flight attendants, never happened. But it was awkward that she chose that we didn't need the armrest. In the end of the day, it was probably better than fighting for the armrest, and she didn't take up much space. And I think she might have been dating a guy in a shitty middle seat down the row. I don't know. It's alleged. So now that I told you a little bit about my trip, I'm going to open the floor to questions and comments. Look, let's not be stupid. One thing I know is trolling is very popular these days with the kids and the old fucks. Because what happens is I talk live about 6 hours a week on this show. Sometimes with Sean, and there's Wednesdays and the bowl. And I'm trying to entertain you. And I'm trying to tell you stories. And sometimes maybe I'll say something that offends somebody. Maybe I'll make fun of somebody I know. Maybe who knows? I'm just trying to be entertaining. And then sometimes I go, oh, whoops, I shouldn't have said something. But what happens is you trolls who might know somebody, you call them. That's a big thing. Or forget calling, go on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Somebody said bad things about you. Like that happens. Get a grip. Who cares? You know what I mean? But like, Jason Green was making fun of you. I know. So if you're watching right now and you're looking to rat with two T's to somebody, I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I don't care. What are you gonna do? If you don't like me, it's okay. I'm okay with it. My feelings aren't hurt. I've been called a white devil for my coverage of Bill Cosby. By the way, speaking of Bill Cosby, that brings me to a eulogy for Malcolm Jamal Warner. He's dead. Anyway, let's get to these questions and comments. We got a super chat here, and that always stops the show. Oh, who else but Sean Brown? Sorry about your recent flight experience, Jason. Well, thank you, Sean. You just made it better. My parents worked for AA. Oh, I hope it worked for them, a program. During the 1970s. Oh, you mean the airlines. They can't believe how poorly the flight experience has gotten over the years. Passengers used to dress well and have class. Now, Johnny says that all the time. You used to get dressed to go to the airport. I did. Now you're lucky if people wear shoes, deodorant. Oh, my God. People are disgusting, plain stink. And people have no etiquette. There's always a piece of shit who runs up. You exit by row. You get up, and the next row, there's always these pieces of shit who come running. That's why I get my bag out, and I put it right in the aisle. No one's getting by. Whoop, end of the line, asshole. Go back. And I can point the people out, by the way. I'm a profiler. I'm an airline profiler. I can tell you what each person's problem is. That one is going to stink. This one that never used a seatbelt before. this one's got too many questions. I said to the woman on the flight attendant, I said, she goes, oh, fuck, I got to go. Somebody rang the bell. I go, oh, my God, only an asshole would ring the bell. I've never rung the bell in my life. There is no reason to unless bin Laden is on the plane, I'm not ringing that bell. Leave these people alone. She goes, well, it's better than the people who poke you. A few minutes later, Blas goes, I think they only charged me $7. I go, maybe it's half price day. What does he do? He reaches over and he pokes the flight attendant. Luckily, he's hunk of the month. He could get away with it. But I told him, and I called him out. I go, I'm sorry for my friend. He's poking. He didn't mean it. You know what I'm saying? Sean Brown, thank you so much. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you for the expert commentary. It is appreciated. But yeah, I'm keeping my eye on everybody on that plane. I know who's in trouble. As they go by me, I make eye contact like this. I let them know I'm watching you. The worst is on my flight out there, the person who sat between me and I don't know who, maybe Blas, maybe Johnny. No, probably if it was Johnny, he would have said something. This chick opened up a fucking picnic. She had a big Kaiser roll, big soft. Things were going everywhere. It stunk. There was a 45-minute flight. You really had to bring a picnic basket on a 45-minute flight? I had a good mind to. Anyway, let's talk to you guys, okay? I went 41 minutes. There's 302 people presently watching. First one here today, that 70s guy. Hello, all. And he will be the first one to leave at the end of the day. Skylar B is here. Hello, Waste Some Timers. This is I Dream of Lexi. Hi. I hope you're dreaming of Lexi in the most appropriate of ways. That 70s guy is saying hello to Lexi. If she's dreaming about Lexi, how do we know it's Lexi? What is the deal? David Anaya, happy Monday, everyone. Ready to waste some time? I'm so ready. J Fry TV, thank you. I'm going to sneak through some of these because a lot of us are expressing similar sentiments. A lot of people thought we were going to start at 8. Sometimes things get mixed up. YouTube, who knows? At time, a lot of people with the rest in peace to Malcolm Jamal Warner. It is sad. He was swimming in Costa Rica, and he didn't come back. Something happened. I don't want to speculate. I did meet Malcolm Jamal Warner. I grew up with Theo. It's a bummer. People are dying too young. He was 54, 56, something like that. It's too young. And this is why you got to stop swimming. Swimming is not safe, especially in Costa Rica. I'm working on banning it because you got to take care of yourselves. That's why I'm not going anywhere. Maybe not. Be safe out there, and rest in peace to Theo. I'll share that picture on my Instagram. Should you want to share it? Here's that was Jason Holstein, channel member. There's a whole list. You never know who you're going to get. Not sure what that was about, but this is Ellie. I think that's Ellie. Ellie. Hey, how's it hanging? Right now to the right. Lisa Clark, thank you so much for being a channel member. Greetings from Michigan. I think I'm going to be in Michigan. I got a feeling deep down in my bones that I'm going to be there soon. Brian Kirk. Thank you, Brian Kirk, for being a channel member. I think you should all become a channel member and see videos before everyone else. California Dreaming. Hello. At work, we'll have to watch later. Well, I will be seeing you in Northern Ohio. Oh, my God. You guys are going to have the chance to meet me. You'll see Stephen Pearcy, too. But next week's shows, let me tell you where we're going to be. We're going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. I don't know the name of the place. And then the next day, we're going to be in Northern Ohio, maybe the Mercury Lounge. I don't know. But I'm going to be there. Go to officialstephenpearcy.com for dates. And then the big event of the year, the biggest event that happens, the biggest damn event you're going to see, Rock the Dam. On Ohio, we're going to rock the block. But then the next day, we're going to rock the dam. And feel free to take all the damn pictures you like. It's going to be a fantastic, tremendous, huge show. And I'm going to tell you who's going to be there. Steel Heart will be there. Oh, my God. I don't know if I can handle the excitement. Vixen will be there. Sammy Hagar's kid, who has a band called something about Red Rocking or Red Rocking Chair or Red Rocker or Red Rooster. I don't know. I don't listen to Sammy Hagar. I'm a David Lee Roth fan. But his son is going to be there, and he's going to be tremendous. And then after him, Slaughter. Slaughter's going to be there. And then LA Guns. Slaughter and LA Guns were having a debate. Who deserves the direct support slot? It's a tough one. LA Guns has been around a long time, but I think Slaughter sold more records. A simple Google search would show you that LA Guns has 2 gold records and Slaughter has a double platinum and a gold. And Blotz has told me that second record, Gold, is platinum. It's $1 million, hasn't been certified yet. You guys tell me. Let's get the chat going. Let's try to make things exciting here. Who sold more records and who should be the direct support? Would you rather see LA Guns or Slaughter in the direct support? Mark Sanchez saying hello to Jason and Michelle. That's me and Michelle. Mark, you were at the show and you didn't even say hello. Mark is such a nice guy. He's always giving gifts and he doesn't ask for anything in return. How rare that you find such a selfless, wonderful person. Mark, I would have liked to have seen you. I hope next time. Killer Twisted Sister shirt. Thank you so much. I bought this in New York City, home of Twisted Sister. But the only problem is it looks like they took AJ Pero, the late AJ Pero, off the shirt. Maybe they didn't want to pay his family their rights. I don't know. We are officially on the air. That's right. No restarts. Let's see. California Dreaming. I'll be at the Friday show, y'all. Y'all better be ready. T-shirt screams 80s County Fair. Yep, that's the way I like it. Green-Eyed Girl 8. Greetings from California. Going to be in California, Anaheim, California. And me, Sean Clark, and Wednesday 13. We have confirmed today a return to the OC Fair. Going to be exciting. Everyone loves a good fair. This is Silver. Hey, Jason from Texas. Thank you. Nice to see you. I'm trying to get back to Texas, too. A lot of people loving the shirt. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 70s guy. Hello, Jason Green. Thank you. Oh, so excited to see everybody. Let's see here. I got that one. Cue the Sanford and Son theme music. I wish I could. You guys watch my video that came out this morning? You guys fans of Cooter? You guys ever like to get a little Cooter? Cooter was on the show, The Dukes of Hazzard. Ben Jones played Cooter. And there's a lot of controversy about this morning's episode. I plan to take a lot of shit over it. I don't think I should. On the show, The Dukes of Hazzard generally had the Confederate flag on it. We're dealing with a different time, and we're dealing with a couple good old boys from the South. And they stopped making merchandise with the flag. I don't know what I think about all this. I think you can put a warning on things, but I don't know. Ben Jones didn't believe that the flag was a sign of slavery, and he didn't think canceling the flag did anything. And he was a civil rights activist. He had fought the Klan for many years. He was arrested protesting. So I just wanted to show some Dukes of Hazzard toys. And it's a fun video. And if you'd like, go over there and give it a like. Support the channel. Well, I'm not charging anything to go watch a video. So if you're a fan of the Duke boys, get in there. Mark Sanchez has Herbal Show was a good one, and he was there. So you would know. And I appreciate it. Let me go for this. This is David La Prade. La Prade, La Pradi, La Probade, David La Prade Jr. David, I think I got that right. Off from work tonight, finally get time to waste some time with Jason and Sean. Love the podcast. Well, sorry. I didn't mean to disappoint, but Sean and Wednesday are on assignment. On assignment. The problem is, well, here it is. Gary Hall did replace Jeff Hanneman in 2011. He said he might have to resort to a life of crime after retiring from Slayer. I think he might have been joking. Well, you never know. Maybe I'll have to have him on the show. Let's see. Is the on-air sign on? It is, but it oh, no. Yeah, now it is. It goes back and forth sometimes. I might have to get a new one. Amazon has a lot of shit on there. Okay, what are we doing here? Georgia's getting ready to order the mug. Thank you, Georgia. I would enjoy being in your hands and in your mouth via my mug. So thank you. Conicias de la Horse. I drink a lot of coffee. Can I get a mug? Yeah, mug is coming. Mug is coming. Everyone's getting mugged. It's like the good old days. Let's see. I'm missing some things. And did Jason get hair extensions? Absolutely. Mm-hmm. In fact, I'm wearing a wig. By the way, how are those LA Guns questions going? Joey's forehead. You're so sassy, Jason. I love you. Sassy. Sassy. Sassy bitch. That's me, Captain Sassy. Jason is the new Don Rickles. Well, thank you. Sometimes when I wake up in the morning, I feel as old as Don Rickles. Sea Dog enjoys my shirt. Thank you. My shirt enjoys you. That's why I haven't flown since 2009. It's rough. Look, it's my job. I got to do it. Nice to see other people thanking Sean Brown as well. Sean Brown is the reason you have me here. That's my biggest pet peeve. Wait your turn to get off the damn plane. I'm having fun with it, but it's worse. By the way, I put on some eyeliner today. I remember people used to get mad at it. I can pretty much tell you the way the comments are going to go. What you doing wearing all that eyeliner? That's a big one. They don't like it. I like it. I think it distracts from the rest of my face and my puffy eyes because I haven't slept in 30 years. But people get mad. The African Americans get mad at me and call me the white devil because I dared question Bill Cosby. I thought that he's not the best guy. I put up videos that are equally civilly responsible. I'm going to have Eric Monty on, who created Good Times, What's Happening, Jefferson, all kinds of cool stuff. So don't call me a white devil until you know me. And but then I'm going to get the people who whatever. I'm going to skip that question. So yeah, some of them I have to skip. If there's a super chat, I'll pretty much answer anything. But Tootsie Schmutzy is here. Welcome, Schmutzy, Tootsie. Important to swim parallel to the beach, not out. Well, thank you. It's sad. I hate it. I hate it. Yeah, that people die. Dying sucks. The employees at the airport have gone bad too. On a recent trip from California, my mom witnessed an employee leaving a person in a wheelchair alone by baggage claim. My mom was far. Yeah, hey, listen, it happens, Sean. It's terrible. People really suck. Michelle would like you to know that I will be July 24th at the Mercury Ballroom, July 25th Rocking the Block in Wilmington, Ohio, and the following day Rocking the Dam in Beaver Dam, and that's in Kentucky. I'd like to see you. I'd like to say hello to all of you individually, one by one. So please come out there. Okay, we're getting some votes in now. Who you would like to see? Little Red Riding Hood. I think that's his band's name. I could be wrong. Okay, Kathy, who is a channel member, Kathy F. I salute you. Thinks that LA Guns is the bigger. Cornicias de la Orce. Slaughter is the bigger than LA Guns. I think if you're judging on record sales and hit songs, Slaughter wins. No question. Flight Angels, bigger than Ballad of Jane. Up All Night, bigger than anything in LA Guns catalog. I'm not disparaging LA Guns. I'm a fan. But they had a real messy fight. Scratch your eyes out. Probably shouldn't be talking about this. It's not my story to share. Guns for sure. Terry T is positive. Brian Kirk says LA Guns, love both bands, but I give the nod to LA Guns. I think it's not saying judge who your favorite is, just judge who's the bigger. Slaughter were very clearly more of a household name. 100%. 100%. I saw LA Guns in Brisbane, Australia. Awesome. Well, we're not arguing about that. Stephen should have been the headliner at the Mid-State Fair, Paso Robles. David Roth may be sold 200 tickets. Well, David Lee Roth show hasn't happened, I don't think. And Stephen did headline. Jason, were you in a band? I am. Sin City Rejects. Going to put that record out soon. Listen, I got a lot of cool stuff coming. You like this show, you're going to be sick of it soon. Another vote for LA Guns. So, I mean, look, a lot of you guys seem to like it. Is Wednesday stopping by? No. Okay. Lorraine, looking forward to the Cooter. Thank you. When you get a chance, I think you're going to enjoy it. It was fun. Dukes of Hazzard. Come on, Jason. Ronnie, do you not like the... Ronnie, explain yourself. What is your problem with the Duke boys? Jason the 13th, been to Cooters twice. Yeah, come on. Dukes of Hazzard was great. Born Distracted. Sir Jason, royalty. Can you name the best and worst place you had carnal food? I couldn't. It's all the same shit. I appreciate the question, but Chris loves the Duke boys. David loved the Cooter video. Yeah. And generally, controversy was beyond ridiculous. Look, I don't, when it comes to politics, I try to stay out of it. I just try to call things the way I see it. If people are upset by the Confederate flag, I'm okay with taking it down. I don't care. I don't care what you call sports teams either. I don't care. But the General Lee was a part of history on this TV show that wasn't about race. And so in my mind, you need to, 70s guy. Jason, watching your show got me a girlfriend. Well, wow, what do you know? Congratulations. And you can send the wedding invitation to my P.O. box. And if my schedule allows, I will be there. D-Star 13. Hi, Jason. Where'd you get that cool creature sign? Well, I it's a very controversial story, but it came from a casino once. And I found a nice company that made it. This is actually a piece of slot machine glass. I've had it framed and illuminated. Would the mug Tootsie Schmutzie's back? Would the mug make it to Canada? Yeah. I think we can ship it. The shipping department is very reliable. It might cost a little bit more. Not my fault. But tariffs aside, I think we're going to be okay. This is Red House 13. Hello, Jason. Can't wait to see what Wednesday will eat at the OC Fair. Me neither. He sent me a picture today, and he was having Fruit Loop waffles. I like waffles. And so who knows? Don't question the makeup or you'll end up in timeout. Yes. Don't you question my makeup. Yeah. I'm gonna do what I want. And I feel like the more of you assholes who have a problem with it is more what they call engagement. So have at it. You don't stop me. As far as the haters go, the trolls, you're watching me. I'm not watching you. I don't subscribe to your channel. I don't comment on your videos. Do you understand how I say? How does Bloss feel watching Slaughter and vice versa? I mean, it would be a question for Bloss or Slaughter. Everyone's cordial, and I think it's nice that they can be that way. I think Bloss always should have been the drummer for Slaughter. I can't imagine anybody else. Bloss is a better drummer than any of the LA Guns drummers. I love Steve Riley, but I think Bloss is a damn good drummer. Okay, let's see here. And yes, Skid Row should have Sebastian Bach or nobody. Stay home. Brian Kirk, Dukes was amazing, but let's not mention Vance and Coy. Yeah, Vance and Coy, the fake Dukes when you're contract negotiating. When Sanford and Son went to contract negotiations, they brought in Grady. This is one of the best episodes ever. It was a Grady episode, The Wild Parsley. But sorry, but Vance and Coy were the fake Duke boys. Although I think they'd be funny on the show. I like Flash the dog. If you watch the episode, they sell plush Flash the dog's toys. It's really a cool place, and I think you guys would enjoy it. And one second. As RJ says, and he speaks for all of us, nothing wrong with a good cooter video. Every now and then you want to sit down and settle down in front of the fireplace with a cooter video. And by the way, you better do it while you can. There's some people out there who want to ban you from looking at cooter videos. Some states don't allow cooter videos. Probably Tennessee, where cooter is. They probably don't. I've said enough. Skyler says Steve Riley's a better drummer. We're all allowed to have opinions. Why don't you have your Ibanez behind you? I don't know if you think I'm Johnny Monaco, but I don't play Ibanez guitars. Thank you. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for coming. Or whatever the kids call it these days. See. I'm trying to get through all your stuff. I'm trying. Bloss is definitely a huge ass to Steven's band. Oh, asset, excuse me. Yes, he is. I hired him. Who are the people you call the twins? The twins are twins. They appear in episodes. If you go back and watch every Tour Diary, I recommend you do. You will see how we met them at the Monsters Mountain Festival and how they've, Jason especially, he's co-hosted the show and helped expose the fraud of John Bon Jovi selling fraudulent autographs. And God, I've been here for an hour already. I got to get home. Let's see. Love the Wild Parsley. Nothing wrong with the Wild Parsley. I had a Wild Parsley last night. Slept fantastic. I wished Bloss would join Tom Kiefer, even though Germans kicked out. Yeah, I don't think I think Bloss has got a gig. I think he's got a gig. Hold on. We have an update. Jason, I Dream of Lexi, whose other account is Johnny Monaco fan page on here, and we are now together. Well, listen, isn't this beautiful? Let me just sit back for a minute and reflect on all. There was two people. By the way, I'm not sure I believe this, but I'm going to play along. There was two people on this channel. I Love the 70s, and then the Johnny Monaco fan page, and they who's now known as Lexi. And these two kids, adults consenting, hopefully, have now gotten together, and they've got a little thing going on. So I'm going to play along. And maybe one day you guys can come on and we're going to do a little bit of love connection. I'll be Chuck Woolery. And we'll see how it goes. But maybe you could have you met in person yet? Have you Skyped? Smoke signals? Messenger pigeon? Like what's going on in the relationship? Lexi, you feel free to chime in too. Here she is. We exchange emails and email each other our numbers so we could talk. Well, isn't that it's just fucking beautiful. So now you guys are sort of together, which is so fantastic and beautiful. You played an Ibanez on a boat with Stephen Pearcy. Yeah, sorry, that's my day job. I've actually grown a foot since that you last saw me. Okay. Love is in the air. Oh, we FaceTime. Fantastic. How far apart do you guys live, if you don't mind me asking? State-wise, how far apart? But FaceTime is such a beautiful thing, and I'm just such a fan of good loving. Bad loving is okay sometimes too, but thank you all. Yeah, that. We can have a wedding. I would be happy to do that here on the show. We could have a first live wedding. Oh, only a few states over. Fantastic. Well, hold on, guys. We have a super chat, and that has to happen first. Jeff Down is up, my good buddy Jeff. Jeff is a fan of the live shows, and he's concerned that I'm not going to be able to do enough. I'm trying. My schedule is so insane. And, at this point in my life, I'm an older person, and I'm a type 1 diabetic. Got one foot in the grave. So Jeff Down is up. Thank you so much for the super chat. Hey, Jason, Michelle, and fellow time wasters. I really enjoyed your Dukes video. And thanks for going live tonight. I saw your schedule. Wow, safe travels. Appreciate that. Thank you. When you see the schedule and you see 2 shows, doesn't mean I'm gone for 2. We did 2 shows. I was gone 5 days. 5 days. Sorry, it's a lot. It's hard for me to do all this. Okay. Are you an early fan of Jane's Addiction? My opinion, best bands. I was when I was in high school, and I saw them play Madison Square Garden. Now I could care less. Are you an ordained minister? Yes. I will perform the ceremony. I might have to renew my Cracker Jack subscription, but I'll be there. Sean Brown hosting the wedding. Well, maybe Sean would like to be part of it at least. We have a lot in common, so it was meant to be. Well, this sounds a little soon. How long have you guys been an item? And will you come on the show right now if I send you the link? Because I sure would like to see you guys. I would like to see the people that are in love. Hey, Dave Balls. Haven't seen Dave Balls. Hello, mister. We need a Utah show. I agree. Haven't seen Utah in quite some time. I want to go to that South Park restaurant. What's that thing called? I can't remember. Spanish thing. Oh, my goodness. I tuned in late. Did you share what swag you got from Cooters? Well, I show some of it in the video, but I got a Elect Roscoe P. Coltrane magnet. I got a Cooters t-shirt. I got a Cooters shot glass. I got some stickers. There's another thing I'm going to start doing is I'm going to start getting things when I go places, and I'm going to give it away to you guys. You guys who support this channel. I'm going to start with channel members, by the way. So if you haven't become a channel member, get on it. Link in the description. It's easy and cheap and friendly, like most prostitutes. David and I, the Newlywed Game coming soon. Oh, absolutely. We are going to play Newlywed Game with you kids. See what you know about each other. You say you have a lot in common. You need to come on here. Here is La renta está muy alta. Alta. La renta está muy alta. Hello from Florida. Hello from Florida. It's probably Florida, but anyway, I thank you. I will be in Florida soon. I plan on going to Universal Horror Nights. Pearcy DiMartini will be playing in the St. Petersburg area, and then thank you, I appreciate that. And then I will I will spend my birthday at Disney World, the happiest place on earth. That's Casa Bonita. Casa Bonita. Oh, it's in Denver. Well, forget it. It's off. There was something in Utah I wanted. Maybe I got the South Park Mormon stuff mixed up. Yeah, it's in Colorado. Casa Bonita. I want to go there. All right. Did you guys answer my questions about this relationship? Does anyone else think the relationship might be bullshit? What do you guys think? I mean, you got the LA Gun Slaughter question wrong, but maybe this one you guys could get right. Do we really think dirty sodas in Utah? Kathy F. Thank you. The F stands for fancy. Thank you for being a channel member, by the way. I'm having so much fun here. Philly Whiz Kids, calling BS. Calling the BS. And let's see. The dummy of the day is Zipper74, Z1PP3R74. Now, I'm okay with it for now, but it's not Love Island, bro. I mean, whatever. Maybe you're indulging in wild parsley. I could be wrong. Long distance relationships. Well, I mean, listen, Rob Zombie, it could happen. It could happen. Richard James says it's real. Lorraine says, I hope it's real. We need happy news. The world needs happy news. By the way, I saw Lorraine in that place, Pennsylvania. This is Rich. Rich says, "Hey Jason, I saw your Buffalo Bills video. It was a cheap but good place to stay. Great job with the video. Thank you. I like showing people some different stuff. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It's pretty cool. We're trying to do all kinds of fun, historic pop culture. Just have a good old time. Not out to hurt no one. Just the good old boys." Let's see here. Skylar says it's real. Jim is asking the $1 million question. Jim would like to know, have you had relations? That's a good question. I mean, nothing is too personal on this show. We're all family here. Unless you're banging each other, then that's not legal. At least it's okay in Tennessee, I think. But I wanted to point out, so have we had any FaceTime relations? That's a big thing now. Getting your junk, your naughty bits out and celebrating. I mean, nothing more says romance than like just a big load dropped all over a screen. I mean, sometimes romance has to, be alive. Anyway, you go. No, we have not. Well, but not in person. But have you guys like? A little hanky-panky on the FaceTime? I have a feeling you have. Georgia, Casa Bonita, I used to visit there as a child. I heard they reopened it. Well, they did. The guys from South Park reopened it. Jay Roberts, just watched a Branson video. Interesting tour diary. Yeah, that was a strange one, right? That festival will probably never happen again. Who was the act kicked off the Ozzy show? Can't say. I mean, one day they'll say, or Sean Clark will say, but I cannot. I was sworn to secrecy. I see people guessing, but I cannot comment. Wednesday's new video, Rotting Away, released today. That's right. Where is my? I wonder where I put my phone. Somehow I think I lost my phone because Wednesday was thinking about popping in to promote the video. I'll promote it right now, though. Wednesday 13, Rotting Away, a fun jam, and I recommend you watch that video. Give it a look. Let's see. All right, what do we got here? Okay. Wednesday says, lose my number. No, just kidding. Wednesday 13, new video, Rotting Away. Check it out. Available wherever videos are streamed. I asked a few questions and they clammed up. You know what I mean? They clammed up. This is Billy Sortore. Billy Sortore. Billy asks, hey, Jason, need a Stephen Warren show at the Brown County Event Center in Nashville, Indiana. Love you do, man. Thank you. I hope so. Look, I would go see those shows. I don't know how long this thing's going to last. It's been a fun experiment, but come out and see it. Are you guys going to be at the upcoming Arcada show? Well, why wouldn't I be? I'm at every show. I'm a constant. Yeah, I'll be there. It's going to be fun. Sin City Sinners were the band that Sharon kicked off. That's true, Russell. You know it. I'm screwed. Let's see. Deb J says, cool, it's a black and white video. That it is. Blabbermouth said it was the crew, but don't know if it's true. I don't know if they said that. That's not the band, but I don't know if they said that. Yeah. That would be a bold statement. They might be doing the new Gen Z raw dogging. Yeah, maybe. Where are you guys? Lexi and 70s. Are you guys raw dogging the new style or the old style? Everyone, suddenly the cat has everyone's tongue. And then I got this one idiot asking me about guitars all day. I mean, holy shit, Zipperhead, calm down. All of a sudden, we've got the 70s guy says they're religious. Oh, well, Jesus, I had no idea. Well, I mean, I got news for you. Religion, Jesus had a foot fetish. I know he liked to have them anointed in oil. You know what I mean? Nothing wrong with that. And by the way, for all you people who get mad, the same assholes who got mad that I threw the Bible in the drawer in the last video, big controversy, but very upset. I didn't want the cowboy Bible. What if I prefer the Old Testament? You know what I'm saying? What you don't know what I'm into. Sons of bitches. People got mad at me. They said I mishandled the Bible. Got no time for this. Elvis wore eyeliner in high school. Thank you, Tommy. Thank you. Religious. Oh, not until marriage, but that's all right. But I'm not saying you got to do triple anal. I'm saying maybe a little romance. You guys believe any of this bullshit? Because I don't. You're entitled to my belief. I know that. Thank you. Any thoughts on the Coldplay incident? Yeah. I got some thoughts. Coldplay sucks. And if you're going to canoodle when you're married, don't go to a concert where everyone can see you. Go to a fucking sleazy hotel like everybody else. You're stupid. Stupid people in the world. Stupid. Thank you, Rob Zombie. You don't buy a pair of shoes without trying them on first. Exactly. You don't buy a car without taking it around the spin once. You know what I mean? Fuck. Maybe try a little ATM or so before you get married. Make sure you like it. You need to test the watermelon before you buy it. Exactly, Conicias. Exactly. Nothing wrong with a handy here and there. David, exactly. You got to, look, no relationship's going to last unless there's a little coitus. You know what I'm saying? Got to have a little fun. Take a load off. Take the stress off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about fisting or any of that. I'm just talking about a little romance. You know what I'm saying? Trying to have a nice time here. But Brian Kirk, a little slap and tickle never. Exactly. A little slap and tickle. All right. Oh, Crystal's here. Stop everything. Got here late. Hello, friend. Hello, fellow time wasters. Hello, Crystal. Punctuality, it was never your strong point. Maybe next time we begin, get here right on time. Just kidding. I'm glad you're here, Crystal. Paula, you cracked me up, Jason. Well, thank you, Paula. I hope, and I thank you for your estrogen and being a woman watching this video, because normally this is what they call a sausage party, like the fair. You haven't seen so much sausage, but not walking around. Here's Sherry Sunshine. Sherry, nice to see you. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad we can all have Richard might be a little advanced for a religious relationship. He says make her kitty look like a glazed donut. I mean, that you might save for marriage, the old glazed kitty donut. But there's other romance that they can have. Zipperhead's got all kinds of opinions. Here's Lori. Lori's talking to Crystal Head. Where are all these broads coming from? It only matters if it's with the right person. That's my belief. And you're entitled to that belief. And you may find the right person. I think that would be great. Although, Green Eyed Girl points out, sometimes you just got to lay it down. And that is true. Sausage party equals Rush concert. Yeah, thank God they're not together. Got no time for that. All right, 290 people means we offended a few. It's my goal every show to offend a viewer or 20. You come into Boston, Brett, Vince, and Steven. Yeah, I'm Brett spelled wrong, Steven spelled wrong. Yes, I come to every show. If Stephen Pearcy's there, I'm there. As Stephen says, where there's fire, there's lightning. Where there's smoke, I don't know what he said, but I'll be there. At the PA fair, this cute little old lady at the information booth told me to pass 2 corn dog stands, and that's where I'd find the entrance to the concert. Well, yeah, it worked. It's a different world out there. Coming to Boston. Yes, I answered that one right. I'll be there. This is Sherry. Just found you, beautiful Jason. Well, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate you finding me. This is Amy. Amy's picture looks like oh yeah, that's Amy. Yeah, I was engaged for 5 years and he was a real jerk. Will I date again? Yes, but I'm on a weight loss journey right now. My weight loss journey is more important. I hear it. My weight loss journey is important too. You should have seen what I have for lunch. Let's see. All right. I think it's almost time to get out of here. I think it's almost time to call it a show. And let's wrap it up. Which, by the way, you guys who are banging out there should probably do too, because there's enough people in the world. I see them on planes, and I don't need to see any more. All right. I'm getting tired. Did you work for Trump when they tried to buy the OJ Bronco? Yeah, I was very much a part of that. It's funny you know that. It's an interesting. I don't know who you are. My friend David Schultz and I knew a guy, my old business partner, Greg Watkins, he's no longer with us, knew the guy who owned the OJ Bronco. I don't think Trump was ever going to actually buy it, but someone who worked there. Anyway, blah, 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 blah. Yes, true, kind of true. Jeff Down is up. I love this conversation. You're hilarious, Jason. I really need to go up. Well, listen, Jeff, your support is what makes me want to continue. Otherwise, I would just be laying in my easy chair watching old TV shows, waiting to die. But here you are helping out. Yes, a lot of people, a lot of sausage talk going on. Oh, thank you, Jeff. All right. So don't worry, Amy. You will find the right guy someday. That's right. And if you don't, that's okay. You don't need no man. Oh my God. I keep, when I do this show, I come on here and I tell myself, you got to prepare something. You can't just sit there and talk like an asshole. No one's gonna subscribe. Oh, there's C Dog. C Dog is a YouTube member. Let's all give C Dog the clap. C Dog, thank you for becoming a member of our party. By the way, everyone should become a member. I'm going to put out more videos when I have more members. I'm also getting ready to do a members only show. I'm also getting ready to do members giveaways. There's a lot in your future. Anyway, I come on here and I ramble for a little bit. And then people get mad at me because they go, I don't like his channel. He just talks. He's not prepared. Where's his green screen? Boom, just like that, 20,000 views. Anyway, we're having fun. Crystal showed up late for the Sausage Fest. Well, listen, Crystal, there are more women, alleged women, in this chat than I've ever seen before. This is becoming ladies' night. Maybe Monday is ladies' night. Maybe Wednesday was all the ween. But now, there's a lot of people with chick names in here, I'll tell you that much. When you're in St. Charles, go. Go where, Craig? I'm sorry. Yes, everyone is welcoming C Dog. It's a family here. Damn it, it's a family. Sherry, thank you for your super chat. A kiss for JALM 3 years ago. Kiss for JLM. Remind me, Sherry, what you're talking about. I'm sorry, I've been drinking. But thank you for the super duper chat. Try and keep up here. Anyone has any Mark Twain shit to say, I'll stick around. Otherwise, I think I showed you all my new toys. I told you how it was hanging. I don't think I really have anything else to show you guys. Although I heard there was something new in the P.O. box. So stay tuned. Oh, yeah, Johnny Lee Middleton. I thought that might be of Sabotage. Yes, Johnny Lee Middleton was on this show. He's also trans, Siberian orchestra, and he plays with a fellow trans, Blas Elias, who is also trans-Siberian. They play together, those guys. He's also a beekeeper. Oh, here it is. Sorry, I hit send. Eat at Buena Beef, Boyuna Beef, Boista Beef. It's better than Portillo's. I'm sorry, I'm out of my mind. Yeah, I'll try. I don't know about Buena Beef. I don't even know how long I'm in Chicago. I got business to do on there. I'm shooting 3 TV location videos. You want to hear the craziest thing? There's a National Lampoon's Vacation in Chicago when I'm there, and I don't think I could get to it. I'm kind of devastated. This is, what is that? Will Heather Leather be back? I hope so, yeah. I'm a fan of Heather the Leather. I think she'll be back. Deadhead Dave, Wednesday stream. Thank you for the super chat. And I have to say, probably not. Wednesday, I'm flying to another part of the world, east. If anyone would like to see me, I'll be, maybe I'm not east. I'll be in Kentucky. I don't know if that's, I think that's south. But I'm looking forward to seeing everyone in Boston. And I got a video prepared for that. And I'm looking for seeing you all in Bangor, Maine. Bangor, I hardly know her. And I'm looking forward to seeing you all at Woodstock. My parents went to Woodstock. Isn't that exciting? You can. I'm looking forward to it. This is a Red House 13. Got your guitar extension. Can't wait for the coffee mug. Thank you. Yeah. Listen, if you guys like this stuff, I don't want to feel like I'm just trying to make a buck. But if you guys like the merch, there's some cool stuff coming. I'll tell you what's coming before the end of the year. Besides my balls, a new set of Christmas balls. Every year, I love Christmas and I love Christmas balls. Every year I put out a new set. New color coming this year. We're working on it right now. The elves are developing it. And so this year there'll be a new Christmas ball. Hoodies. Hoodies are coming with a little logo here and something on the back. And hoodies are coming just in time for the fall. You're going to need a hoodie. Pick tins could be coming. And then, of course, there's only one way to waste time with the official, high-quality, one and only Jason Green Waste Some Time beverage mug. I don't drink coffee. What's your opinion on bands like The Bravery? I don't know. I don't know who they are. Sorry. Lorraine, look at Lorraine. She will be in Boston and Woodstock. Nice, Lorraine. Looking forward to seeing you there. Will Stevie Rochelle be back? Yeah, sure. Why not? Well, you guys got so many questions. Why not? My grandparents went to Woodstock. Well, I'll tell you what. Your grandparents were probably banging, 70s guy. You maybe should learn something. You know what I'm saying? They were probably getting down in the mud. You know, my parents were. Parents are freaks. Couldn't believe you're wearing a hoodie at the Clearfield, Pennsylvania show. Well, listen, I'm not giving this all away for free. I wear a hoodie in 10 degrees. I wear a hoodie in 100 degrees. I wear a hoodie. I'm getting so tired. You're avoiding my question. Listen, Richard, you want to ask questions? Why don't you sign up and become a member? It's a stupid question. Is Paul McCartney... hello, Jason. Jesus, you want a full thing of this? Richard James writes, are you avoiding my question? Hey, Paul McCartney is a fucking genius, okay? Is that answer your question? It's a stupid question. He's a genius. Who the fuck am I to tell you? What am I, Sir George Martin? I don't know the difference. He's a genius. I skipped the question because I thought it was boring. You guys want to talk about Paul McCartney all day? Jesus Christ, we'll talk about Paul McCartney. I'm not avoiding anything. See, this is what you guys do to me. I'm trying to run a nice, quiet, organized show Oh my God, people are leaving dropping like flies. Maybe I should stay here and insult you all until everyone leaves. Oh my God. Fuck are all these questions? Hey, you guys all losing your mind? Oh, jeez. You guys are lucky I don't put all the questions out. You know what I mean? Because there's some stupid ones. Here's a good question. Finally, somebody with some tact. Face these in. What happens when your collectibles, when you croak? Thank God someone's optimistic around here. My better half will sell them to you. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And everything will be for sale. And but she has been trained and knows what everything's worth. So don't tell her you're going to give her $4 for the creature back there. She knows the value of every single item. And there's a lot more collectibles than what you see here. Believe me. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. Anything else? Yeah, I'm gonna put everybody in timeout. Jeff Down is up, getting in with Michelle for what he would like to purchase. Yeah, listen, there's no guarantees. Sometimes it's your time when it shouldn't be your time. Guys, I've had a great time watching with you. I think we've had some fun. A few of you are idiots, but most of you were fantastic. And anyone who is a channel member or you are, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of the what does Michelle specialize in? That, well, what a fantastic question. What kind of law? Entertainment law and trust law and estate sales. When people croak, she can then sell my shit. All right, there you go. Any closer to trading cards? We should see if there's any artists watching and you want to create some ideas, you want to collab, and you're not too sus, then send me a message. Guys, I've had fun. I was hoping someone would have something so great that I would want to just stay and talk to you for the rest of my life. But for right now, I am going to go and spend my life on my own. I'm going to put somebody in timeout. It's too much. It's too much. And Maury saying goodnight. Chris says he'll have to watch the rest later. Don't worry, Chris. The fun is ending very soon. Jason Holstein, I thank you for your membership. Tina, I thank you for your membership and your support. And all right, I'm getting the hell out of here. Anyway, I don't know when I'll be back, but let me recap. Right now, premiered this morning, Dukes of Hazzard, Cooter's Garage in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. It's a short video. Go check it out. If you haven't seen the Cosby Show video in honor of Theo, Malcolm Jamal Warner, go check that one out. The Three's Company, Joyce DeWitt opening the PAX video is going crazy. Sanford and Son is going crazy. Okay, keep watching these videos, supporting the channel. Coming up, I have a trip to Dollywood video that's coming out. You guys will get to see how I spend the day at Dollywood. And there's another fantastic video coming out. Let me see if I can think of it. There's Dollywood, and then there's Monsters on the Mountains. Sometimes I wait for the voice in my head to answer. Monsters on the Mountain, which is a really funny video. They didn't give me a good enough tickets, so I waited outside to show how popular I am. You will enjoy that. I show that I am the star. I hope to see you at Beaver Dam Saturday. Barbara, I'm looking forward to seeing your beaver as well. I mean, at Beaver Dam, I'm looking forward to see you at Beaver Dam. Barbie Beam. Barbara Beam, I'll see you at the dam. And let's take a damn picture. It'll be nice. Do you like Zappa music? Some of it. My uncle was a huge Zappa fan, and I like some of it. I saw Warren DeMartini play with Zappa's Universe. Pretty damn cool. He played Dirty Love. Can we get a full shot of that twisted shirt? Yes. Yes, we can. Hold on a second. All right. Oh, there it is. You can't. Oh, has some hair on there. You can't stop rock and roll. You try. But you can't stop rock and roll. Jason, I'll be next year when I get to meet you. It'll be next year. Okay, well, next year, if I'm still alive and I haven't croaked, I will be there. JJ, he's going to try to make Thursday show at the Mercury Ballroom. I hope to see you there. Still waiting for the Angry Anderson video. You're probably going to wait forever. I don't think it's a good video. Maybe when he croaks, I'll put it out. Wasn't good. Okay. There's still a few idiots in here, but most of you are fantastic people. All right, I got to get out of here. I don't see any excitement coming. All right. I'm just trying to figure out how to get out of here. There it is. All right. I thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll be back. Trust me. I'll find some time to see you. There's new videos every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. Talk to you later.